Hey, welcome. Welcome to the call, beautiful people from the top. Some of y'all get that on the way out. But welcome to the call. Top of the morning. It is June 30th, 2022. Wow. Is anybody else like flabbergasted that we're in the second half really of the year now? It is insane. Wow. But welcome to the call, beautiful people. I see we got so many beautiful faces tuning in from all over the world. I am humbled, honored, grateful, and just blessed to be here with you guys today on this beautiful Thursday morning. And man, did you guys get any value from that? I know it was a very small clip of Ed Milet talking about his new book, One More. I highly recommend it. And you guys know I'm the person that's like the shameless plug for anything and everything that I believe in. And you could take it, like I always say, with a grain of salt. If something is, you feel like it's beneficial for you, awesome. If you do not feel like it is, that is awesome too. I'm just here to do God's work and be his vessel. But I do believe that we owe it to ourselves, man. We just owe it to ourselves. I'm super grateful. I'm pumped. I'm super excited this morning. I'm just grateful and just, man, I'm just excited to be here with you guys. And if you're joining us for the first time, I know you're like, this girl's on 1,000 right now. What's wrong with her? If you're joining us right now for the first time, welcome to the Breakfast Club Code with Pamela Pacheco and yours truly. But welcome. And if you are joining us again, welcome back. And if you have no idea what to expect, man, your friend has invited you because I'm just joking, guys. But if you have no idea what to expect, expect greatness. You know, I remember when I first got into entrepreneurship a little bit over a decade ago, and I used to look forward to these type of calls. And I was looking forward to these type of calls, not only because I was going to be inspired, or I was going to be motivated, or the inspiration, or excuse me, or the motivation that I was going to receive, but it was bigger. It was about me just setting the tone for my day, because I knew that there was going to be things in my day. And this is way before I got into personal development, believe it or not. I knew that there was going to be things in my day and moments in my day that I was not going to be able to master, that I was not going to be able to conquer. I was a very highly emotional individual. And if you know me, you know that I am still very passionate and very emotional at times, and I'm working on that. But I remember tuning into these calls because it was the community for me. I wanted to be surrounded around great people. I wanted to be surrounded around positivity, because I always knew, my mom always used to tell me, dime con quien anda y te diré quién eres. Basically tell me who you're with and I'll tell you where you're going. And that stuck with me. And when I was a kid, it bothered me, right? Because I was like, man, I love my friends. And so I know that they didn't love me back. But anyhow, you know, as I matured, I realized that she was always very intentional. My mom was very wise beyond her years, and her always telling me that, you know, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you where you're going, was more than my surroundings. It was about what was I subscribing to, right? Because we're all born to win, but we're programmed to lose. And it's a matter of, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself around those people that are stretching you? Are you surrounding yourself around those people that are speaking life over your life? Are you surrounding yourself around those people that are empowering you, are encouraging you? Are you surrounding yourself around those people that when you're pivoting and transitioning into new seasons in your life, they're encouraging you? Are they believing in you? Are they, you know, speaking life over your life? Are they speaking life over your dreams, over your goals, over your kids? And I always knew that that was important. So when you're tuning into this call, understand that this is really a sacred calling to me. This is more my life's work. And it's about really me just continuing to being a light and a vessel on this world that I feel like so desperately needs it. So I do not take it lightly that you guys tune in every single Thursday. Some people, you know, tuning in where it's 3 a.m. where they're at. And I'm here on the East Coast, sometimes struggling to make it on here, but I'm so grateful, honored, humbled, and privileged. And I don't take this lightly. So let's get into it. Now, why did I put that Ed Milet, the power of one more? Let's talk about the fact that it is about to be July 1st tomorrow, right? And not only is it going to be July 1st tomorrow, when we think about, really inspecting what we're expecting, when we really think about you saying, okay, well, man, it is about to be July 1st, and I'm going to tell you a good few best practices that I feel like no matter where you're at in your life, right? No matter where you're at in your businesses, no matter where you're at in your career, no matter where you're at in your journey, no matter where you're at on the entire life scale, it's important for us to had some amazing things happen in my life. Somebody said I froze. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on over here, but the devil is a liar. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right, testing 1, 2, 3. All righty. All right, all right, all right. All right, perfect. So when we talk about, if we look back at the first 6 months of this year, right? And I'm talking about from very first day of January 1st to June 30th, right now. Can you type a 1 for me in the chat if you have had something great happen to you this year? Type a 1 for me in the chat if you've had something great happen to you this year. And make sure you're sending it to all panelists and attendees because I want y'all to see something real quick. Okay. For the people that are participating, I appreciate y'all. For those that are not participating, I don't know what to tell you, but okay. So type a 1 in the chat if you had something amazing happen to you this year. Type a 1 in the chat, type a 1 in the chat, type a 1 in the chat. Awesome. I see all of the ones coming through. Some of you are still sending it to panelists. It's okay. But type a number 2 in the chat if you had something happen this year that was good, but you did not write it down on your New Year's resolutions, or you didn't even have it wasn't even planned, right? It wasn't even planned. It's a old school saying that says, you want God to laugh, tell him your plans. See who laughs last, right? 2 in the chat. If you had something phenomenal happen to you that you didn't even plan it. You didn't even plan this to happen to you this year, but it was just like, woohoo, thank you, God, for my blessings. Let me see, all these people that just got blessed this year out of this world. You just got blessed. You had no idea where it came from. It was unexpected, some unexpected success. It could be an unexpected, guys, it can be something, and we sometimes think it's small. Shout out to Miss Henrietta, by the way, that was her birthday. Miss Henrietta, love you. It could be something as small as you going in for a checkup that was unexpected, and we think it's small, but I'm going to show you the magnitude of it. You go in for a checkup and you got cleared and your health is intact. That can be something that small. It can be something that's minute that sometimes we overlook it. But let me know if you had an unexpected blessing this year. If there was something that happened this year that you were like, man, I didn't expect that. Write a number 2 in the chat. Write a number 2 in the chat. So number 1, if you got blessed this year, right? You had something great happen to you this year, right? You just had absolutely amazing things. Number 2, if you had something great happen that you didn't even expect, you weren't even planning, right? And I want number 3 for you to write. I want number 3, write number 3 in the chat if there are some things that you wanted to do, but you haven't quite done yet, and you still know you got time to do it. right? Write a number 3 in the chat. I want to see who are those people. I see you coming in. I see you. I see you. I hear you. I see you. Okay. 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 Awesome. 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 Great, 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 great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So why am I taking you through this? Because did anybody on here, when they're thinking of this year, did somebody on here overlook any of the great things that happened to you this year? Was it just me? Did you by chance overlook anything this year that was such a blessing, that was such a great magnitude in your life, that prospered you, that not only allowed it to bless you, but bless somebody else? Did somebody overlook any of that? Or have we been just so grateful for everything that has transpired? Yes, yes, yes. I know I'm not the only one, okay? And I say this, guys, and this is a judge-free zone here. This is just a very you just transparent platform all the time, because the reality is that a lot of us still have things we want to do, right? A lot of us have things we want to do. A lot of us have places we want to go, have items we have to check off of our New Year's resolution list. But I encourage each and every single one of you to take some time, okay? Take some time and just write down your accomplishments for the first half of the year. Take inventory. Take inventory. Write down the accomplishments. And a lot of times, your accomplishments don't necessarily need to be tangible, okay? There are battles that we have fought that nobody knows. There are things we have overcome when nobody is watching. Am I talking to anybody? Okay, so with that being said, it is of absolute importance that when we're talking about, taking inventory, take inventory. Think about the places that you've visited. Think about the people that you've blessed this year. Think about the things you've accomplished in your business. Think about the things you've accomplished in your relationships. Think about the things you've accomplished within yourself. Think about the things you've accomplished in your fitness. Think about the things you've accomplished in your life. Think about the things you've accomplished in your children's life. Think about the things you've accomplished. Maybe you have grandchildren. Think about the things you've accomplished in your community. Think about the things you've accomplished in your household. Guys, it can be something that we sometimes overlook it. It can be a work that you did to your house. It can be an upgrade. It could be something so small. But I encourage each and every single one of us to take inventory. Take inventory. And as I want you to write down, and if you can think of at least 3 things that you accomplished this year, 3 things. I want you to type a number 3 in the chat again. Let me see if you can at least think of 3 things that you accomplished this year. 3 things, at least 3, at least 3. And remember, it doesn't have to be financial. It doesn't have to be tangible. It doesn't have to be, for anybody to see, or for anybody to say that that's worthy. No, 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that you accomplished, 3 things that happened this year that didn't happen last year. And the reason why I am encouraging you, see, I know these people personally that just wrote 3, and I know them, and I know for a fact it's way more than 3. They're being humble right now. They're being humble, because Delicia, only with James, you've had way more than 3 dozen, okay? But it's okay. I got to give Didi a hard time because it's one of my closest friends. But anyhow, you too, Sue. You too, Sue. Yes, you too, Sue. Oh, and Miss Marlene, you too, right? You too, Vicky. Just coming back from Cabo. I see you. Think I don't see you? I see you. But I say this to say, take inventory. See, a lot of times in life, we're beating ourselves up for where we're not. We're beating ourselves up for what we have not, for what we have not done, for what we have not gained, for what we have not accomplished, for where we have not gone, right? We beat ourselves up for the have nots. But when do you big yourself up for what you have? When do you big yourself up for what you've accomplished? When do you big yourself up for the blessings that we have each and every single day? Because when you come to realize it, every day, like I have whatever the number, what is it? I think it's like somebody's gonna correct me and it's okay. 180, I believe, right? Whatever the number is, 30 times 6. Somebody do that, right? I think it's 180, right? Am I not mistaken? It's 180. So I'm looking at it like I got 180 days worth of blessings. You know why? Because I was breathing, I was kicking, I was talking. I got 180 days, baby. I got 180 things to be grateful for. 180 of them. And some. Because it's perspective. It's perspective. And I encourage you to do things that shift your perspective. Because a lot of us are like, some people didn't even type a 1 in the chat. They didn't even type a 2. And I'm not judging, but I just want to challenge that perspective. Excuse me. I want to challenge your perspective this morning, because I believe that when you truly take inventory of your life and you really take inventory of where you've been and what you've done and what you've accomplished and what you've gained, there is so much more to be grateful for. And the more grateful you are, we talk about it all the time, you hear it. I know you guys hear it a lot, but it's the truth. The more grateful we are for what we have, the more room we make for what is coming. The more room we make for what is coming. So if you're looking at yourself and you're like, man, I am truly just excited for what is coming. I am truly just excited for the greatness that's coming. See, I'm going to tell you this. Don't count yourself out when God still counted you in. Okay? And because you may not be where you want to be, because you may have not done the things that you have set to accomplish, you may shy away from the entire idea of success, the entire idea of triumph, the entire idea of victory over your life, but it's already been authorized. But are you walking every single day with in a state of gratitude, in a state of acknowledgement, in a state of expectancy to know that the best is truly yet to come? Because the truth of the matter is, if we don't put ourselves in a state of gratitude and expectancy and due diligence every single day, because see, taking inventory of your life and taking inventory of what you've done and everything you have to be grateful for, now it's like, all right, cool. Well, now there's another way. Now you're going to, after you have this big list of all of the things you have to be grateful for, because right now I just told you how you have 180 days of things to be grateful for, right? Because if you took a breath on these last 180 days, guess what? You better than somebody that's 6 feet deep. I'll tell you that. Okay. My sergeant used to always say the only problem in life is death, because that's the only thing we cannot come back from. Right. And I believe that. And it's a fact of life. Anyhow, as we were talking, so now we have a list of, as we're taking inventory of all of the things we've accomplished, of everything all of the things we have to be grateful for. It could be places we've gone to. It could be things we've done. Remember, it could be accomplishments for our children. It could be accomplishments for our loved ones. It could be personal. It could be professional. It could be in your faith. It could be in your fitness. It could be in your fortune. It could be in your fun. It could be in your family. But I want you to make that list. Please make that list. I want y'all to message me. Tell me what that list looks like. Tell me how you feel, because see, success is a feeling. It's a feeling. I'm going to tell y'all, right? One of the things that I I made my business for this year was that I said, you know what? I'm not playing small. I'm not playing small. And my alma mater had requested me to come back to my school. I went to school at Barry University, shout out Bucks. And I went, and they wanted me to come back to do a speaking engagement. And it was a few $1,000s, right? It's about 5 figures. And I was like, man, I'm excited to do that. And do you know that just being asked to do that, it's a huge accomplishment? And I didn't even go through with it because it conflicted with the day that we had our national event that was Elevate, the last one. So, it was one of those decisions. But just being asked, like, I remember being in college at Barry University. And if you ever heard of Barry University, it's like a Catholic school, it's private. Shout out to my mama and my scholarships, right? But it was like, for me to even be requested, I was just so in awe. I had to just take it in because I was just like, God, I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. Thank you, Jesus. Like, it's just so incredible. But I truly believe that it has to do with the intentions that I set out for the year, right? The intentions that I set out. I set out that I said, you know what? I'm not only going to be doing my peak performance coaching and business consulting for businesses and commercial companies. I am now going to let it and open it out more to the public. So you know that the first week of the year, I did an event that was speaking international in a Canadian market. Again, I just set my intentions. But the way God blesses you, it's out of this world. Thank you for the congrats. But honestly, he just gets all the glory. And I'm not saying this to boast or to brag, but it's just to saying, like, I had no intentions of being on the secret leaderboard. But I got on there. That wasn't even a plan because I didn't even know that they were going to have one, right? But there's just little things. Now, and here's why I want to share with you this perspective. Because if you guys know me, I am a certified red. And if you don't know what our colors are, it's okay, right? But it's basically saying, hey, you know what? She's competitive. She's assertive. She's very aggressive in her activity. I am very, very much so. And if you know, this is me. But I'm very yellow too. So I care a lot, and I love people. And if you know me at a heart level, you know me, my intentions are always pure and genuine. But and why I'm sharing with you this perspective is because of this. If I didn't have the perspective of humility and gratitude and belief and expectancy and just abundant, I would be killing myself right now because I'm not on the leaderboard this month. But you know what my mindset is? I'm still showing people. I said, you know what? I was just telling my sponsor this. Shout out to Josh. I was like, you know what? It's the 30th. I still got time. I'm going to still keep making these calls. I'm going to follow up because the fortune is in the follow-up. And that's my level. I said, you know what? There's still time for me to make it on there. I'm still not giving up, but I'm not beating myself up. If I didn't have that perspective, if I didn't take inventory, if I didn't just for a moment stick to my gratitude, I would be so down and out that I wouldn't even pick up the phone today because I'm like, you know what? Man, it's the 30th. It's whatever. It is what it is. We done. It is what it is. It's the last day. Nah, the way Pamela Pacheco set up is like, we got until 2 a.m. So 2 a.m., the numbers are my friend today. Okay, we're going to do something today because that's just the way I'm wired. I am wired to just go and get it. I am wired to overcome adversity. And guess what? So are you. So are you. So what I will encourage all of us, and I know somebody's like, oh my gosh, she's mad. I'm not mad. Okay. I'm just passionate. But I encourage all of us to take inventory of where it is that we started this year. Take inventory of everything you've accomplished. And I promise that it's going to be way beyond financial. It's going to be way beyond tangible things. take inventory of everything you've accomplished this year. Because the more you take inventory of everything you've accomplished, of all of the blessings God has blessed us with, okay? And if you don't believe, that's okay. Whatever you believe in, the amount of greatness you've received in your life, okay? Maybe politically correct, which I don't care to be, but anyway. All I'm saying is take inventory, because when you take inventory of everything you've accomplished, of everything you've done, of everywhere you've gone, of all of the greatness that has happened in your life, you leave so much more room for what's coming. You leave so much more room for the expectancy, for the abundance, for the magnitude of blessings that are going to reign over your life. But have you taken inventory? See, here's typically what people do. And I'm gonna tell you people, because I'm people, right? I used to do this too. So mid-year comes and you're like, dang, I got 6 months left. And then here's what the human brain does, because we're just wired like this, right? We're all born to win, programmed to lose. And I had to unlearn these behaviors. And that's why my come from is not only passionate, but so transparent and vulnerable and authentic, because I had to unlearn this, okay? It would be June 30th, going into July 1st, and I'm like, all right, third quarter is coming. And here's the one thing we start doing. You start listing everything you don't have. You start listing everything you didn't do. You start listing all of the resolutions you didn't accomplish. And then you know what you do? You set yourself up to fail. Because here's what we do. And this is why I said take inventory and start by making a list of accomplishments, making a list of everything you do, everything greatness you've done. And guess what? If you really want to take that to another level, don't only do it for these 6 months, do it for your entire life. Do it for your entire life of all of the things. And if you were on Life Mastery this past weekend, Josh and Kia spoke about this, right? This was something that completely just transformed my life. But do this for your accomplishments that you've written down. Write down accomplishments and things you have been blessed with and things you have done for your entire life. And I promise that when you're having an off day, or when somebody try to throw some BS your way, or when the enemy comes and attacks you, or when you feeling defeated, or you feeling discouraged, I bet you that list of accomplishments is going to encourage you. I bet you you're going to feel grateful after reading those lists of accomplishments. I bet you your vibrations are just going to be up. I bet you're going to turn it all the way up, because there is something that is done inside of you when you are in a state of gratitude. But what we do, we start listing all the stuff. Like I was like, oh, you still don't got that 6-pack, right? Or when I was working at the bank, I would have been like, it's 6 months. Now I got 6 months left. Be like, dang, I brought this much of millions into the bank. Oh my gosh, I didn't do this. Man, I was only able to give. I remember too, I used to just beat myself up. And I would be like, damn, I only gave my mom, because I used to give my mom a portion of my check, right? And I did that from the age of 15. Always give my mother a portion of my check since the age of 15. She never asked for it. This was just me. I just wanted her to know that no matter what, she was always going to be good. And no matter what my businesses look like, no matter what my finances look like, by the way, she always got her percentage. Anyhow, so I'm like, I would think, and I would take inventory, and then I would start talking about all of the things that I didn't do. And then I would start taking inventory, and I would start talking about all of the things that I forgot, I didn't accomplish. And I would be like, man, damn dog, I didn't do this. I didn't do here. I didn't go there. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't bring this in for the bank. And do you know how shitty I felt after I was done? Do you know how distraught and defeated and discouraged I was? And then no wonder I would go home to a penthouse condo on the beach and be miserable and be drinking a glass of wine. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking a glass of wine, by the way, right? I mean, drinking a glass of wine, sad on my balcony, depressed, on my balcony by myself and just sitting there looking at like, oh my God, I gotta go to work tomorrow to do this shit all over again. I was so unfulfilled. But when I look back at it, I wasn't so unfulfilled because I didn't have greatness going on in my life. The audacity, I know God was looking down at me and it's like, the audacity of this little girl sitting on here having a pity party while she's sitting on a penthouse overlooking the ocean. The audacity while she making 6 figures in corporate America. The audacity. Because if I'm looking at my child and you being ungrateful and you in a little pity party, I'm gonna be like, the audacity. Because I know my mother would have told me the same. She would let me have a church el diablo, coño. Some of y'all get that on the way out. It's not meant for everybody to get. But I'm telling you this because I need you to understand that when I'm talking about what I'm talking about, I've been there. Right? So it's no secret that I was, pun intended, it's no secret that I was miserable, that I was sad, that I felt lonely, that I was just in a dark spot. Because if all I was soaking in were the things that I did not accomplish, and you know what? I can't even blame it all on me because my managers at that time, that was the norm. It was the best practice in the bank to say, hey, okay, guys, well, we're going into the third quarter now. Half of the year's done. Let's take inventory. Let's write down all of the areas of things we did not accomplish. That's legit the conversation. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. Write down everything of the things you did not accomplish this year. Write down the things of the goals that you left unfulfilled. So that was the conversation. So of course, because that seed was planted in my head, that seed was planted in my heart. So now I'm going home and I'm like, miserable. I remember if I would go to my mom's house first before I would go home and my face would just say it all. And I'm just like, my mom's like, why the long face? And I would tell her, you know, it just works. She's like, oh, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. She's like, am I good? I'm like, yeah. She's like, so what you tripping about? I'm like, okay. My mom's favorite line was, tú no te vas a morir por eso, which means you ain't gonna die because of that. Right? If you know, you know. But I was like, she always just had a way of shifting my perspective. And I didn't even know, right, that what she was doing. But she always had a way of shifting my perspective of just being grateful, of just not only being grateful, but just having an expectancy and shifting my perspective of what you have not to what you have. To what you have. So focus in and out. And let me tell you, Suheni, they always had the answer and they always will. We just have to always take those answers with us because they're always with us. Always. If you be still, you're listening. But I'm telling you that I was like, it was mind-boggling to me because I was like, wow, how she just something so simple. I was just like, you know, it's mommy. Ugh, gosh. But it's true. It's like a lot of times we set ourselves up for depression. We set ourselves up for failure. We set ourselves up for discontent. We set ourselves up for darkness. We set ourselves up for just unfulfilling, low vibrational experiences just because of our thoughts. And that's why they say you change your thoughts, you can change your life. What are you speaking over yourself? What are you speaking over your life? What are you speaking over your family? What are you speaking over your fortune? What are you speaking over your fitness, over everything? Take inventory, right? But take inventory how I said, list everything amazing that you've done. List all of the great blessings. List everything that has happened that you didn't even fathom was going to happen this year, but that's the power of God. List it all, right? Take inventory. And then after you've listed over a dozen positive, if not 1,000, right? And you guys, if it will be so amazing, you don't gotta like show me what you wrote, but just screenshot it and send it to me. You guys got me on social media. A lot of you guys have my phone numbers. Just screenshot it and send it to me, because I want to see what it's going to do for you, how you feel. And then here's how you inspect what you expect, right? Then you look at your New Year's resolutions. And here's the deal. You're going to look at your New Year's resolutions, and you're going to look at all of the things you've accomplished, and you're going to see that maybe some of your accomplishments were on your New Year's resolutions, and maybe a lot of them weren't. But guess what? It's okay. It's okay, because we still got 6 more months. We still got 6 more months. Because remember, the biggest blessing that you received was being alive, being present, being healthy for the last 180 days. So anything else, as long as you got health, you could conquer everything else, right? Remember, change your mind, you change your life. Why? Because when you change your mind, you change your thoughts. And when you change your thoughts, you change your feelings. And when you change your feelings, you change your actions. So now that you've taken inventory of, okay, this is what I've accomplished, this is what I had on my list. Now it's like, okay, well, let's see the things that were on my New Year's resolutions that I still want to accomplish. So how am I going to accomplish that? How am I going to set it off? Well, first of all, each and every single one of you that are on this call, I can tell are committed, right? There's about 50 of you guys on this call. I can tell you guys are committed to just being committed to yourselves, being committed to your future, being committed to your goals, being committed to your family. You have some level of commitment. You have some level of heart in you. You have some level of hustle in you. And I say this to you because we have a 21-day free transformation challenge. And listen, it is a free challenge. Are there aspects of there, if you want to take it to another level, that you could take it to another level? Yes, it is. But it's a free challenge. Commitment lasts longer in community, hence why we're tuned into these calls, right? So what I encourage everybody to do is get in the 21-day transformation challenge. You know why it's 21 days? Because typically habits are formed in 21 days. Now, do you have to participate full out? Like a lot of us are going to participate full out and take it to an entirely different level in every aspect of our life, in our faith, or in our family, in our fitness, in our fortune, in our fun? No. You play at the level you're ready to play in. And that's what I love about this community. But I encourage everybody to take advantage of it. And I got a bonus for you guys on this call too. So for those of you that were not able to attend Life Mastery, but you still understand that you're ready to take your life to the next level, you've taken inventory and you're like, you know what? I know where I want to go. And I know, like she said, I need a little bit more of encouragement. I need a little bit more of accountability. Maybe you just need a different perspective, right? You need a different perspective. I have 10 coaching sessions, 5 with Josh, 5 with Kia, and 5 with myself. Well, 15 that I am giving away, right? I am posting the links right now. So whoever books first on their calendars will automatically have access to it. But I just posted in there the 21-day transformation, the groups, right? And the Calendly link for the calendar for Josh, Valentine, Kia, Valentine, and myself. But guys, commitment always lasts longer in community. But as you take inventory, right? Don't beat yourself up, big yourself up. Don't look at what you have not. Look at what you have. Don't look at where the lack is. Look at the abundance that's in front of you. Dust your shoulders off and keep it moving. The best is truly yet to come. We're going to open it up for a Q&A in case anybody has anything, but blessings on blessings. Breakfast has officially been served. I hope I was able to add value. If you guys got value from this, please drop a V in the chat. I read all of the comments every single day. Thank you guys so much. Great day and God bless. Make sure you guys book it, right? They're going to go fast. So whoever books it first, it's first come, first serve. Love you guys. Great day and God bless. Thank you. And I'll see you guys on the 21-day transformation challenge. Let's get it. And looking forward to seeing each and every single one of you guys at boot camp. And if you're that person that's like, listen, before we wrap up really quick, if you're that person that's like, listen, I not only want to do this 21-day transformation, I assumed everybody on this call will be at boot camp. Why? Because you're on these calls. So I know that you're committed to Kanai, constant, never ending improvement, Kaizen. This is how we live. Okay. So I know all of you guys are going to be at boot camp. My one challenge to you is bring somebody with you. The 21-day transformation challenge is free. Bring somebody with you. Maybe you get somebody to do the 21-day transformation challenge and it's so pumped that it's like, wow, this is what you guys do. This is the type of community you guys have. I want to know more. Well, we have boot camp coming up, right? Bring them with you. Boot camp is in 2 weeks, guys. SeekerDirectEvents.com, right? I'm going to post that in the chat if you have not got your boot camp tickets or you want to go ahead and bring somebody else with you. Please do so. Commitment always lasts longer in community. Thank you guys so much again for your time. Great day and God bless. Love you all. Bye. I hope this was great for y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.